crypto summer, macro crypto fall, or autumn for those of you who speak the Queen's English or the King's English now. So that's all part of the banana zone. That's very much getting very, very close. Global M2 versus Bitcoin. You can see the correlation, very high correlation. Global M2 is starting to go higher. It will start moving much higher soon. Bitcoin will follow suit. Global M2 leads a little bit.
Hey guys, welcome back to Everyday Finance. In this video, Raoul Pal discusses Bitcoin and crypto. In a significant development in the United Arab Emirates judiciary's approach to cryptocurrency, the Dubai Court of First Instance has recognized salary payments in crypto as valid under employment contracts. According to Arena, a partner at UAE law firm NEOS Scal, this ruling in case number 1739 of 2024 marks a departure from the court's previous stance in 2023, when a similar claim was denied due to the lack of precise valuation of the crypto involved. Arena believes that this demonstrates a progressive approach towards integrating digital currencies into the legal and economic framework of the country. The case involved an employee who filed a lawsuit alleging non-payment of wages, wrongful termination compensation, and other benefits. The employment contract specified a monthly salary in fiat currency and an additional 5,250 in EOT tokens. The dispute arises from the employer's failure to fulfill the token portion of the employee's salary for a period of 6 months in 2023. The court recognized the presence of the EOT tokens in the contract, but it declined to enforce payment in cryptocurrency because the employee did not present a clear method for valuing the currency in fiat terms. This decision reflects a traditional perspective that emphasizes the importance of concrete evidence when dealing with unconventional forms of payment. He mentioned that the lawyers stated that in 2024, the court made a significant ruling in favor of the employee. The court ordered the payment of the cryptocurrency salary as stated in the employment contract, without converting it into traditional currency. This decision indicates a wider acceptance of cryptocurrency in employment agreements and demonstrates the court's acknowledgement of the changing landscape of financial transactions in the Web3 economy. And lots of things Raoul Pal discusses, so please watch the video to end. And share this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance. Thanks.
NASDAQ, yeah, we're bullish on the NASDAQ. Now, NASDAQ year on year versus GMI Financial Conditions Index. It's so beautiful. Financial conditions are loosening now that we've got the dollar falling and rates falling, and that is a leading indicator. It's a 6-month lead. We're at the point where NASDAQ should start rocketing higher. We're already starting to see it. I think that continues. That's all part of the banana zone driven by financial conditions and liquidity. Talking of liquidity, global M2, which many of you looked at, they started breaking out. This is the year-on-year chart, and the outright chart is breaking out. Financial conditions lead it. So we should get very strong M2 rest of this year, all of next year, as we've said. Macro crypto summer, macro crypto fall, or autumn for those of you who speak the Queen's English or the King's English now. So that's all part of the banana zone. That's very much getting very, very close. Global M2 versus Bitcoin. You can see the correlation, very high correlation. Global M2 is starting to go higher. It will start moving much higher soon. Bitcoin will follow suit. Global M2 leads a little bit-ish. So therefore, again, Bitcoin should start to move and get rid of this goddamn boring zone, because I'm so bored. I've got an hourly chart on my screen, which obviously you guys know I don't trade. When I set my positions ages ago, I bought again, added in this boring zone when Solana was down below 120. I'm looking at my hourly chart Solana. It's like a flat line at 145. It's just nothing going on because everybody's in the Hamptons. If you're European, you're in Ibiza, or in Spain. If you're American, you're probably in Italy because you guys are obsessed by Italy for some unknown reason. A bunch of you are in Mykonos, and a bunch of English snobs from the south of France. Everyone needs to come back from holiday and put some money in the markets and stop spending it on Chateau Neuf de Pape. And Nala, you've come to join us. That's Nala, the dog, the surviving dog. She's getting old, and she's lovely. And she has, I don't know if I can show you. There she is, sitting next to me. I can just bring it down. She follows me everywhere. She's a real sweetie, but she's very old now. Okay, carrying on with the screen sharing because I was getting distracted then. ISM, the business cycle, been flip-flopping around as we all know. Financial conditions lead it, blah, 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 going higher. All of these fucking bozos talking about recession and the world's going to end and the yen carry trade, it's going to break everything. Just don't understand the business cycle. It's not the point in the business cycle where you blow everything up. It's the time that you have a macro spasm, bit of a shock, move on, nothing to see. It's just, you've got to understand when it matters. So if you have a macro spasm here, which we had in 2018, it matters because it's pushing the economy lower towards recession. If you're on your way up, macro spasms, they're just small speed bumps.
The number of institutional holders and ETF pairs increased by 30% from Q1, growing from 1,479 to 1,924 in Q2. Despite a decrease in Bitcoin's value, this increase occurred. Institutional investors showcased unwavering determination by holding onto their assets during the market downturn, displaying resilience in the face of panic selling. Hedge funds continue to dominate the Bitcoin ETF investment landscape, with prominent players like Millennium Schonfeld and Booth Bay emerging as top holders. Hogan noted that these funds are accompanied by a wide array of institutional investors, such as family offices and wealth managers, which suggests a growing interest in Bitcoin ETFs. He highlighted how the diversity in investor profiles strengthens the ETF market by attracting a diverse group of participants to the Bitcoin space. Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs increased their investment in Bitcoin ETF and Q2. Morgan Stanley disclosed ownership of more than 5.5 million shares of BlackRock stock. Morgan Stanley is among the top 5 holders of the IBIT fund, with a valuation of $188 million as of June 30th. Goldman Sachs, on the other hand, had a substantial holding of over $238 million in shares of IBIT and other spot, investing in a Bitcoin ETF. Let's back to the Raoul Pal interview.
It's like, is the dollar going up or down? I think most of this is because the dollar goes down anyway, so that's the denominator effect. Now, obviously, versus yen and whatever, they're all should be going up versus the dollar over this stage in the business cycle, so they will perform less well than Bitcoin dollar, let's say, or dollar Bitcoin versus Bitcoin euro, Bitcoin yen. Scott Saunders, any pointers on how to buy the dip? Is it now 4 weeks? Oh, Christ. Well, I put out enough updates for you guys. I mean, unless you're deaf, or maybe you just see me and press skip, which I understand. I told you when Solana was at 120, I'm like begging you to buy. So I have nothing else to say. Also, if you can't be bothered to watch videos, just read the IR summaries on the platform. They'll give you everything you need. It's literally 10 seconds. 10 seconds to figure that out. And so you can find out where I said that. Leo Ross. Soul Whippet, bud. I have no idea what he means. Soul Whippet, bud. Breakfast beer prepped and ready for my day off, an Aussie. Spanish carver on ice for tonight. Civilized. Toasted almonds yet to come. Almonds are great because they go with white wine, red wine, sherry, and they just umami enough. Delicious. I mean, I like the toasted peanuts. Some nuts go well, but cashews and all that shit. I mean, that's crap you get served on American Airlines, a bunch of awful, oily, sort of slightly sweet, over rich nuts. Elegance. You get in Iberia. Iberia is not the best island in the world, but they give you some beautiful almonds, nice glass of fine, crisp sherry, uh, and some olives, and life is okay. Arnett Buckers. Christ, what is this? The world's worst named group. All of us. I include myself. Arnett Buckers. Thanks again, Ralph, for all you do in the Real Vision team do. It's amazing how you have time to appear in Crypto Primetime Show, Tucker Carlson. Looking forward to more Banana Zone cameos. Question time. Guys, these are long questions to read out. Blah, 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 XRP. We've gone through this before. XRP, it's like from two bull markets ago. You might be right. You might love it forever. Just please move to whatever the strong momentum is. I know there's that fear in your head is this time it'll be the big one. You'll get plenty of notification, you get back in, but don't miss the bull market because you're in a narrative of past. I begged you and begged you, don't do this. And the communities are huge. And I feel like, and I don't want to get attacked by people online for this, but I just feel like you're being done a disservice by being in a cult. Our job is to be mercenaries. We're in the job to make money, not to be a cult. Cults don't make money except for the leaders. Be a mercenary. Lend out your capital to the opportunities that will offer you the best risk-adjusted return. So I know it hurts people when I say this. Cardano, XRP, there's a whole bunch of these. I really hope you're right, but hope is not an investment strategy. Okay? So I'm not trying to insult you. I'm not trying to be rude. Please just understand my heart is coming from a good place. I'm trying to help you all. Dougie baby, Doug Jones. Hi, Raoul. I'm the guy that started Raoul's wine list. Yeah, I've given you a good plug, Dougie baby. Make sure you could show the bottle for the camera. Let's do it again. Okay, it's actually quite difficult, doesn't it? So why does it keep... There's a delay here. So Chateau de Beaucastel. I wonder if it'll do it if it really won't zoom. So Chateau de Beaucastel from Châteauneuf-du-Pape. It's a 2001. So it is a very special, very famous wine, not outrageously expensive. Sorry, he says pouring himself another glass. How are we in the bottle? Well, if I drink this glass, it'll be half the bottle, which... Anyway, let's moving swiftly on. David Kish. Hi, Raoul. Love your helping people get ahead in the new economy. Do you ever worry about those being left behind? And what you do to help narrow the gap between the 1% and the rest? Also try and lighten the question, who are the top three acts at Live Aids? The left behind is we've got to bring as many people as possible and hope that economic growth and other things help. I think economic growth changes the debt slave economy. It's not easy to help the underprivileged. I mean, I'm a European. I actually believe in a welfare state.
Real Vision founder and CEO Raoul Pal has made incredibly optimistic forecasts for the cryptocurrency market and the global economy in 2024 and 2025. According to Pal, the global economy is going through a transition from spring to summer and then fall in 2025. Similarly, the cryptocurrency market is experiencing changes akin to the 4 seasons of the year. The emergence of new economic growth indicators suggests a revitalization of the business cycle, indicating the initial stages of a recovery. After enduring the cold and unforgiving months of winter, we are finally greeted by the arrival of the much-anticipated macro summer. This season, as described by my friend Pal, marks a significant part of our year. During the code cycle, there is a noticeable increase in liquidity as central banks start to ease their policies. Concerns arise regarding the impact of quantitative tightening policies on the economy during the winter season, but liquidity levels remain stable. Until the macro fall, which according to Pal is when the real magic happens, and the markets absolutely according to Pal, we have successfully completed the transition from spring to summer. And the financial conditions are gradually starting to improve. Pal anticipates significant involvement from major central banks, including it is expected that the US Federal Reserve will soon start to ease off on their tightening policies. This will bring a much-needed relief to the global markets and, as Raoul Pal puts it, introduce the Banana Zone Pal's Banana Zone thesis, along with the broader Everything Code thesis, is he remains unfazed by concerns of a global recession or an imminent crisis. It is concerning that some individuals believe that the collapse of sound money advocates could potentially lead to the complete destruction of the financial system. Pal's thesis implies that ever since central banks stumbled upon the concept of money printing during the aftermath of the global financial crisis, the crisis in 2008 was a significant event that had far-reaching consequences. It has consistently been their preferred approach to prevent any kind of serious during economic declines. Their role is to regulate the business cycle by implementing tightening measures when prices become too hot, and adjusting when things become too calm for at least the next year. The metaphorical printing presses expect a significant rise in all major economies worldwide, causing asset prices to soar. If past cycles are any indication of what lies ahead, then Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies will. It is expected that the overall crypto market will experience significant growth, outperforming other asset classes by a wide margin. Projected market capitalization by the end of 2025. If you learned something from this video, then please like this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance, and we will meet in next video. Thanks.